Hey Siblings, it's Deligracy here with a new speed build. Basically, we're building the glass house today, and I originally started this build in the vacation spot of Granite Falls in The Sims 4 because I wanted it to be like a modern alternative to the usual log cabins you get there. But as I was doing it, I realized it didn't suit the environment at all. Like, it just did not suit it. And I felt like I needed to put it back into Willow Creek. I don't know. I know it's not really meant to suit the environment, like, it's meant to contrast to the environment. That was the point of it, but it just didn't work. So we changed to Willow Creek halfway through this build, or once we actually have the structure all designed and ready to go, then we change it over. But it was a fun build. I enjoyed it. And the reason why it's called the glass house is I use a lot of glass in it. It's not like a fully glass house, like literally a glass house. Uh, but it's got a lot of windows used in the interior, which I quite liked. It's one bedroom and it's kind of for the career couple, maybe a more elderly couple, or just career driven people who don't necessarily have kids. So there is an artist who would live here and also an office space with a computer. So you could be pretty much any other career type, like a programmer or writer or a business sim, whatever. So it's pretty handy like that. And basically the design was, I guess, slightly inspired by Scandinavian design. I did check which places in the world, or I guess I checked the demographics of my audience, and it actually said that number one viewers come from the US, and then Canada, and then Australia, and then the UK, and then, interestingly, Sweden. So after seeing that, I was kind of inspired to put a little bit of a Scandinavian influence on there. You might see it, I'm not sure, but it's what was in my head at the time. So it's very clean cut, it's nice straight lines, which is beginning to become difficult to do in The Sims 4. I am starting to get a bit frustrated now with the limitations we have in terms of build mode, in terms of color swatches, especially. Because I've done quite a few builds now, I'm starting to get a bit sick of using the same things. Might just be that I was just struggling to be creative, but at the same time, I feel like it's time to have a bit more, which is why I'm glad there's a new expansion coming out. And fingers crossed that maybe with that expansion, we got an update with some more build swatches or something. I know it's probably very, very wishful thinking, but I don't know. I would certainly be very happy if that were the case. um, but yeah, trying to figure out what kind of walls to put on this. We go with a very dark grey exterior to begin with, but in the end, we lighten it up with some woods and timber on the outside instead. This house is like really stripped down. It's really simple. It's very different to the last speed build we did, which had a very strong Spanish influence on it, and it had a lot going on. With this one, it's very clean cut, very clean cut. So for those of you who like minimalism, this is for you. But yeah, I would probably be keen to get back into Sims 3 for the next build. I think after the frustrations with this one. I think so. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure if you guys can hear that in the background, but I have my bedroom door open and I just heard the dishwasher go on and it just scared the living daylights out of me. Oh golly. Putting these shelves on the side of the house, it's definitely not a new thing that's been seen. A lot of builders use this idea. And I think it works really well. I did get a little bit carried away with it. We kind of tried doing all different patterns around the side of the house and we leave it there for a little while. But in the end, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit much for me. But cool to play around with anyway. It's all about experimentation, trying different colors, trying different colored woods and whatnot. And just a little bit of fun. Little bit of fun. Whilst I was doing this, I had like such an awesome marathon of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 2. Oh man, the drama in that is just crazy. Actually, not season 2, I think it was season 3. And oh, it's awesome. I love Yolanda. I love Yolanda. I don't know why I'm talking about that, but I was enjoying it quite a lot. But the weird thing is, whenever I watch it, I always feel like shopping afterwards. It is the worst influence. Like, I don't know. It's just, you really think watching that kind of wealth would put you off wanting to spend money because it's pretty, like, I think it's great when people have a lot of money and can do great things with it. And by all means, I'm into buying lovely things for yourself if it's something you really love and enjoy. But sometimes I find extreme wealth spent all on materialistic things just a little bit sickening, to be honest. So I don't know why that show makes me want to go spend money, because really, I would think it would have the opposite effect on me, but I don't know. And this roof area, I put a garden on the roof. And this is when I start to think, this really does not fit in this current world. That's why we change it, probably because of the roof garden. And we take down a few of the shrubbery bushes up there as well, because we didn't really think that they fitted too well. I like this kind of walkway. You go up the stairs to get to the house. Something a little bit different. I was hoping that the rocks would intersect it more, but really once you get to a certain stage of trying to intersect, it just won't go any further. So that's kind of the closest I could get them to the walkway. But yeah, it's Valentine's Day soon. It's Valentine's Day on Saturday. My boyfriend and I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but I will be making Valentine's Day cards. I'm excited. I'm gonna make some anti-Valentine's Day cards, I think, for a change, because a few of my friends just went through rough breakups, and I thought it would be kind of a fun idea to give them anti-Valentine's Day cards. I don't know. It's always hard to know how it would be received, though, because half the time, like, people can get offended really, really easily. So hopefully they find it funny. It's not me just awkwardly laughing and then having to apologize. But I think they've got a good sense of humor. I think I know them pretty well by now. This staircase going in here, we actually end up surrounding it with windows, not by windows. And the reason why I did that was just to make it interesting. I feel like the couple living here are so career driven. They don't have to spend their money on kids, so they've had extra money to, I guess, dress their house up. They've been able to put in all this beautiful glass and kind of build their dream home without it being too over the top. And I like that. I like that. Putting in some tall single windows. I want into the future windows in The Sims 4. That's what I'm wanting. I loved those into the future windows that went right up to the very top of the wall height, and it was just all glass. And when you put them side by side, there were no breaks between them. They all looked like a glass wall, and I just loved that. Into the Future is such an amazing expansion pack for building. Oh, I love it. I love it. And here we are putting the staircase together. So I just deleted the walls because the walls were in the way, I felt, and it just looks a bit more realistic this way. It would be pretty cool to have a staircase surrounded by glass like that. I think it's quite beautiful, if I don't say myself. And we were also putting in some windows or glass here when you come through the doorway, so it kind of directs you to where you need to walk. And the reason why I did that was because I knew there would be some couches leaning up against there, and I thought if you walk through the door and it's like, bam, couch, you'd be like, whoa. So we put glass there so you know not to walk into the couch, or it's not as in your face. Starting off with a very dark interior, it does get lightened up completely, which is nice, because I was kind of imagining the sim couple that would live here, and I just felt like they would, I suppose, have a lighter interior. That's just what I was thinking at the time. Also, recording this was very difficult. A little bit of a worry. My game was crashing heaps. I think it crashed 5 times within the few hours I took building this, which is very unusual. My Sims 4 game hasn't had any flaws yet. It's been working very smoothly. So I don't know if there's something to do with the latest update, perhaps. If you guys have had any issues just recently, like as in the last week and a half, do let me know, because It was very strange, very strange, very strange indeed. So, putting in the bathroom here, we're just using white tiles. White tiles are such a trend right now, especially. Someone told me what it was called in the comment section. I think it's called subway tiles. So when they're white rectangular tiles with darker edges around them, yeah, they look nice. I like them. I like them. They kind of go with lighter wood so well. It's like they were made for each other. We've got a little bit of water in here. We've got a bit of an indoor pool action going on, and that would be annoying for when your Sims want to just jump in, so you could fence it off, but I thought as an aesthetic thing it looked kind of pretty. There was also a bush in the middle of the floor because we've just moved it to Willow Creek. But that's going to be the bathroom in the corner there. There are 2 bathrooms. There was just going to be one, but I ended up putting an ensuite in the upper level. And this house build has been slowed down a lot since the last one. The last one, we all got dizzy watching it, and there were a few comments agreeing with me. This is crazy. And this kitchen magically appears because we crashed just then. But it's pretty plain. I mean, there's not really much that you would have missed out on. It's just white cupboards with glass. I like the glass, or I love the glass actually, the glass cabinets that you get when you kind of change the different pieces of it. And it's great how they included that in The Sims 4. I'm very appreciative of that. And then putting in the counters in the bathroom, we're having a black sink, and we need to change that door color in a second from red. It was actually, well, it is going to be matching to the floorboards, which is nice, and putting some mirrors in. And you know what? I could have put some cabinets above the mirrors. That would have been a nice idea. In The Sims 4, or just in The Sims in general, I often feel like I need to fill up every nook and cranny, or else I haven't done a finished job on a house. But in this house, I just kind of felt, you know what? It's normal to have space in a house. It's nice to have space in a house. So there's a few of the details are stripped back in this build. It's something I probably want to do in The Sims 3 as well. I don't really know if you guys are going to notice. And damn, that carpet looks good right now. I don't know why I got rid of it. It looks good because the black ties in with the black staircase and the black windows. Oh, I should have left it. Oh, well, damn. I might change it if I move Sims into it, but that looked heaps better. And don't worry, we don't use this carpet. We use a different one again. Although that one doesn't look that bad either. This is what happens when you take time away and then you watch it back and you're like, I should change this. If you're anything like me, that's what I always think. I don't know, but we have a bright orange wall. It's a reddy orange color. It's a feature wall. I do like that color. I do want some more feature colors though for plain walls. That would be nice. And we end up just going really light here. Super duper light. We change the couches up in a second because I don't know. I like the long couch version, but I don't like the armchair version of the couch. Not sure if you agree with me on that one, but I feel like the armchairs look, I don't know, there's something not quite right about them. Just the style of them, the style of graphics, I think. They look a bit out of place. I'm not sure. Anyways, putting in some nicer couches and armchairs in my opinion, and it's looking very light now. We do darken that carpet in a second because it was looking a little bit crazy, or not crazy, looking a bit under crazy probably. A little bit too much white beige going on. It doesn't suit the house. I should make a beige house though for a really stuck up female sim who like lives by herself and needs everything to be white and beige. Someone in my family, I won't say who, and it's not my mother, in my extended family, they love everything to be beige, like everything. But it's not really my thing. Not really my thing. Well, you guys know that. You know I love color, but each to their own. Actually, I changed my mind. I have seen a few room designs where it's like white walls or cream walls with like ghost chairs and beautiful shabby chic furnishings, like ultra feminine, and that does look pretty awesome, I have to say, but keeping it clean would be an absolute nightmare. Oh, it would be. But no, now I really want to do a beige house. I might do a beige house in The Sims 4 before I do a Sims 3 build, because that will look good in The Sims 4, I think. And I haven't done that yet. Upstairs is the bedroom, the master bedroom. You could easily section off this, or the rooms in this house, to make 2 rooms. I think you could fit 2 rooms upstairs. It would be small rooms, but I think you could do 2 of them with an ensuite. Yeah, I'm going to say you could. But what we do here is something I saw on Tumblr, actually, and it was really beautiful on Tumblr. It was a space, obviously, in a room that had been sectioned off just by glass and glass doors for an office space. And I thought it was such a lovely idea because, for many, many places in the world, there isn't a lot of space anymore, as you guys obviously know. Like, a lot of people are downsizing to smaller houses, and it's all about compact living. And I just thought, what a great way to section off a house where you can concentrate, but do it with glass, so it doesn't, it keeps the room open and looking spacious, but then you can still concentrate because the glass would help soundproof or give you at least somewhat a sense of privacy. I thought that was awesome. Like, if I in the future worked from home full time, I would totally have like a little section of my house like that. I think it would be so cool. I know it's a bit hard to show it in The Sims because you have the big black kind of frames around the windows, so it doesn't really look how it looked in the photo, but it looked really nice. It was just all glass, and I loved it. We're going to put a window behind the bed because I just thought it was looking a little closed off, a little dark, and we're about to put it en suite in. A very small one, but there's one there, If you need to go and you can't be bothered going down the stairs, then there's one right there for you, which is a good thing. So we're about to pop that in with a diagonal wall. Diagonal walls in The Sims 4. Difficult to use. I don't know. To do a diagonal house in The Sims 4, I wouldn't really be that keen on it. Just in terms of placing furniture and doors and windows on the diagonals. It's just, I don't think it's really made to do that yet. But yeah, I think in The Sims 4, I'm just really enjoying gameplay mostly. Gameplay's been really, really fun. Especially, all the Let's Plays. I just love the graphics. The graphics are amazing. But what's your favorite thing about The Sims 4? Like, Are you loving building in The Sims 4? Are you loving gameplay, storytelling, Kaz? I'd really like to know. I'd like to know. Feedback is good. We needed to put a wardrobe in here because the one behind the bed head obviously can't get into. I just liked how that looked though. I thought it was kind of cool. And we're almost finished now. That's pretty much the house. We're going to go into screenshots after a little bit of landscaping. Because I'm guessing these Sims who live here want to have a nice garden if they've put as much effort into the glass in their house. Quite nice. And just putting stones around. I didn't want too many trees. I didn't want it too foresty. I wanted it to look like they've bought a block that wasn't too expensive and they've just built a really nice contemporary home on it. That's not too over the top, but it's still lovely to live in. So that was the aim. I hope I achieved it. I hope so. And I'll upload this house over the next couple of days to the gallery in case you do want to download it. And my user is Deligracy, or my origin ID is Deligracy with a capital D. So just remember that capital. But anyways, here are the screenshots. We've got also some columns on the side of the house. They're just pillars, but I thought they looked kind of artsy and cool. That's the interior of the house. The glass everywhere. There's a piano too. One of them's clearly a musician. And we've gone to the outside of the house again. The dining room and the bathroom with the white tiles and a very nice kitchen. The kitchen's nice. It's modest. It's good. And the big blue wall, I didn't put anything on it because I was like, it's just a feature wall. It's meant to be blue. And I like it that way. That's kind of the exterior and the pool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.